Better late than never. It's 10 o'clock on the West Coast. I just walked in, got back home after a long day, and I'm busy setting up my live feed. And then Thomas Gibson, San Diego Rideshare Pro, says, Torsten, have you forgotten about Our House Mondays? And I said, Thomas, no, I haven't. I'm going live in 3 minutes. So what perfect timing. Firstly, I want to wish every father out there, every dad, I hope you had the most spectacular Father's Day yesterday. I hope you got spoiled. I hope your kids did amazing cards for you, Father's Day cards. I hope they did something special for you. I hope they cooked breakfast in bed for you. Also got a very sweet message from my friend Flo. He's in Texas. He's a dad. He has 2 beautiful kids, Grace and Asaya. Just want to show them. And he said, hey, Torsten, this is them, Grace and Asaya. Every year they send me a Christmas song, and I've known these kids and his family for years. And I said to Flo, you know what? I want to give your kids, Grace and Asaya, a shout out because you're an amazing father. I can see that, just what he does for his kids. Reminds me a lot of setting up YouTube channels for my kids. Out he goes and he sets up the Buildable show, right? So let's give those kids, that's them, Grace and Asaya, some subs, because not only is he a great dad, but he just has the sweetest kids. They sang this Christmas carol every year, like 2 little angels. And the least I can do for you, Grace and Asaya, is give you a shout out on my channel and tell everybody to go to the Buildable show, right? There it is, the Buildable show. They just started it. They have 2 subscribers. Help them out, and let's pump them up. And Flo, I appreciate your kind Father's Day message. I reciprocated. I was busy all Father's Day from morning to night. We went out surfing in Malibu. We got back late. This morning I got up early, working on my 55 Bel Air, and just been jamming all day long. So I want to say hi to It's Moose, Mark Roughton, Rick Nelson, Jay Morris, Scott Tucker, Tommy, Mario Cedillo, Abstract Echo, Iceman, Scott Russell, and Techie B. Good to see you here. All of you, I hope you are safe. I hope you're doing well. I hope you got your unemployment money. You may have gone back to work. The main thing is, any dad out there, hands up. I wish you a blessed and amazing belated Father's Day, right? And when Mother's Day rolls around, we'll do the same. And feel free, if you want to give your kids a shout out, I'll gladly give them a shout out. I just gave Grace and Asaya a shout out because every year since I started the channel, they sent me a cool little song that they were singing every Christmas. Bless their hearts. Mark Roughton. So tell me, Mark Roughton, Uber's in the house. Mr. Uber's in the house. Tell me, guys. Rick Nelson. Yeah, I would like to have lunch. Let's catch up. Absolutely. How are things going, my friends? Is anybody still waiting for PUA? Are you writing to them at least? Are you hammering them? Are you emailing them? Are you phoning them? Harassment. Unacceptable that some people like Jay still has to be waiting. That saddens me, right? So Jimmy, how are you? Good to see you guys. So do share. Has anybody got some really cool news for us? This is your platform. Go ahead. I just hear a loud knocking upstairs. I don't know what that is. Mark Roughton says, hiya, Jimmy. IQ boy, sorry for your loss. Who lost someone? My father-in-law passed away on Father's Day. That's sad news, my friend. Bless him. We send him love and light. Very, very sorry to hear about that loss on Father's Day. That must really, really hit you hard. With you. Much love from California. Rick Nelson, my buddy that I met in California, then went to San Antonio, then came back. Says back to Postmates and Amazon Flex, waiting on Lyft and maybe Uber. IQ Boy says he had a great life and he's in a better place. Amen. Glad he had a great life. That's good. You know, probably you have a lot of memories with him, so you know he had a good life. Peace to him. May he rest in peace. Tris, same here, IQ. Sorry for your loss. So let's send him much love. Must really be hard to get that news on Father's Day. I feel your pain. I remember when I was 21 years old when I got that call. It's a hard call. Dennis Torres, what's up, my friend? I was in Long Beach City all day today. I took all the seats out, did the flooring, rubberized the flooring front to back. I feel like I got a lot accomplished today. A lot accomplished, I've got to say. So making really, really, really good progress. Also got another little addition to the family. Got this little guy here. His name's Mango, and he is an addition to my family. Dylan and Ryan's cat passed away, so we got them another little kitten. That was today, working away, jamming away, taking out all the seats, took everything out, cleaned it all out, and I'm going to show you the after pics tomorrow. Got all the floors rubberized, insulation, heat insulation. What up, Mango? It's a cool name, right? Little orange cat called Mango. I thought, like, you know, there were 3 names, Butterscotch, Mango, and some other weird name. And I said, I vote Mango. So we did a collective vote. He's a cool character, dude. This guy goes 180 miles an hour for like 10 minutes, and then he sleeps for 10, 15 minutes. He gets up and he goes for 180 miles per hour, and then he goes back to sleep for 10, 15 minutes. The weirdest sleeping cycle I've ever seen, right? I mean, imagine kids did that. Like, imagine my kids did that. They, you know, ran around for 30 minutes, would sleep 30 minutes at night, up for 30 minutes, down for 30 minutes. Can you imagine how crazy you would go? The kid goes to bed. I hope they wake up at 7 or 8 a.m. and sleep all the way through. Tris says, was that a 50-50? 50-50 on what? Yep, that's how babies are. Dennis Torres says, summer is here, time to enjoy the sweet ride. Yeah, I'm trying to get this thing ready, you know. Engine and transmission should be going in next week. Thomas just walked in. Thank you. And Thomas, San Diego rideshare driver. I mentioned you right in the beginning of the stream, Thomas, because I said, you know, Thomas texted me and said, Torsten, isn't it Our House Mondays? Now, I haven't skipped a beat on Our House Mondays. If I did this after 12 midnight tonight, I would have missed it. But so far, I've hit every Monday. And I said, you won't believe it. I'm about to go live in about 3 minutes. And here he is. Techie Beast started Lyft in February, came back 3 weeks ago. Live in Sacramento, work mostly in San Francisco. 149 rides, 69 hours, $2,270 revenue. Well, let me tell you, Techie B, that is impressive. That's a good start, right? 149 rides, 69 hours, 2270 in revenue. Take my hat off. That's a very, very, very impressive beginning for 149 rides. And in 70 hours, you averaging over $30 an hour. In fact, you're averaging about 2270 divided by 69. I would say about $22 an hour. Just trying to do the math in my head. Love doing math in my head. JJ's in the house. Scott Brown, are COVID cases increasing? They are increasing, guys. They are increasing. Why? We didn't do enough testing. A lot of people didn't take this serious. A lot of people messed around. Florida off the hook spike. Texas off the hook. Arizona off the hook. California, Orange County off the hook. So people deny and think this is not real, and then they get the rude awakening, right? The rude awakening. Oh, cool. Duke Nguyen said 32.90 per hour is 90 cents off, but almost there. California has a spike. Take it serious, folks. Take it serious. From your masks to your sanitizers to sanitizing. Just take it serious. I don't want anything to happen to our house family. We had Tina, who went through weeks of hell. She had it. She was in our room several times. I sent her medication. I sent her a lot of immune boosters. She made it through. She survived, but she said it was hell. JJ says Texas governor warns tougher actions will be required if coronavirus hospitalizations continue spiking. Yes. And then can you just imagine when that second wave, Europe is going through a second wave now. This is real. For the people that are trying to deny that this is all a hoax and doesn't exist, this is real. This is real stuff, right? I'm hearing from my friends overseas in Europe. I've got a lot of family and friends in Europe. They're going through a second spike. It went all the way down, getting a little, but we're not even leveling down. Our US graph has gone like this, and then it spiked back up again. We didn't have this, right? Most of the countries had this. We've had up, stayed flat, and now it's spiking up again. You know what? Nothing to joke about. And then this Florida governor, DeSantis, I mean, what an arsehole. And how he's trying to play the whole COVID thing and blame it on specific people, right? Deniers. They live in the denial. When you live in denial and you pretend it's not real, you shift blame, you put the blame on someone else, and you're not dealing with the problem. It's better to deal with the problem now, no matter how painful, how hurtful, whatever you go through in life, confront it. Don't shelve it, confront it. Scott says Nevada is staying low, hospitalization, but spike in positive cases. There was a big story about Fremont in Vegas, saw a big spike. A lot of people got sick there because they opened up Fremont. And, I was a little bit upset to see no crybaby and rideshare trickster just hanging out and like partying with those crowds. Come on, guys, you know better. None of you had masks on. They were there several days in a row. So I don't know what movie they're watching or what news, where they're getting their news from, but it's real, right? Several people got infected in Fremont, and then you're out there. It's a beautiful, you're entitled to go party. Absolutely. You should party, but party responsible, right? In the middle of big crowds, no one's wearing a mask. Okay. How do drivers that are of older age or have underlying conditions know when it's safe to go back to work? I think that's a brilliant question, right? And the only reason I would go back to work is if you are in dire straits for money, right? If you're getting the PUA, if you can apply for a PPP loan, right? My buddy Flo got $70,000 through the small business loan. Scott Tucker got money, right? This type of money keeps you afloat, buys you a lot of opportunity in a lot of days and a lot of weeks and a lot of months, right? So if you're a senior, or as Scott said, or if you have, underlying conditions, explore the other options around. Obviously one option is food delivery. You may not like it, you may like it, but as long as possible as you can ride this out without having to go back. Some people have to go back to work. They text me, they email me, and they say, Torsten, I had to go back to work. I needed the money. And I completely understand. Duke Nguyen says, as of 6/29, Lyft is changing rates again in Phoenix. They are not paying for driving to the passenger. They are only they change their underwear 5 times a day, just like Uber. And if I can show you this screenshot, I mean, there it is, right? That's what you're talking about. June the 29th, right? And they say here, earning on new pickup and new cancellation policy. And those numbers are not impressive. And then I read my buddy Ash's reply at the bottom, Lyft getting worse and worse. Lyft is getting worse and worse. Right? Just as you just confirmed that from Phoenix, they're not paying for driving to the passenger. They only start paying at pickup. And you know why they're doing it, ladies and gentlemen? Because they're desperate. They're hurting. So wherever they can scrape, wherever they can steal, they'll start, of course, with the driver. They don't want to upset the rider, right? So we're getting so little, and they're scraping even more from our end. If everybody could hit the like button, that would be great. We're on 12 at the moment. You could pump me up a little bit there. I would appreciate it. IQ Boy says, I'm going to ride Uber by gunpoint. I hope not. That reminds me of a pretty scary story here. Where is this? Check this out. New Jersey. This is today, right? New Jersey Uber driver describes being the getaway car for alleged killer and accomplice. That's scary shit. Let's see. Let's slow that one down. What's that car racing around the track there? New Jersey man Ken King, an Uber and Lyft driver for 5 years, had an unusual encounter early Monday when a request led up around 2 a.m. on his Uber app. The pickup location was just a few feet from Overpeck Creek, where 2 people reportedly dumped a dead body. Charming. Thank God they didn't take the dead body and put it in luggage and take it along on the Uber trip, right? The pickup location was, as I said, and the people reportedly dumped the dead body. The duo didn't get far once they got in, though. Police intercepted them before they could leave the parking lot on Challenger Road, a quiet street lined with office buildings and a theater. Uber and Lyft. King, who had picked up the suspects, 19-year-old Nicholas Queraza, and an identified 14-year-old girl, told one of the officers he was an Uber driver before eventually being permitted to go. He told the outlet. Police arrest the suspects, who were charged with multiple crimes, including murder, for the alleged stabbing death of Divna Rosasko, 51-year-old woman living in the area. Officials had received a 911 call from a man reporting that his wife, Rosasko, was missing. They found her SUV empty about an hour later at Overpeck, 6 miles from her. Around 2 a.m., her body was discovered submerged in a creek in the park. King, once an extra in a TV show where the main character finds a body in a creek, said the whole experience felt surreal. Listen to that. King, this guy, the driver, once an extra in a TV show where the main character finds a body in a creek, said the whole experience felt surreal. It's just weird for me where I am seeing it on TV in a fictional show, he told the outlet. I'm just sitting here like, well, I picked up 2 killers in the creek. It feels weird that way. Damn right it feels weird. I mean, how's that for a story? And something very, very similar happened to me, right? I think after 1 year of driving in my SUV in the Suburban, I had a killer who was on the loose, and another accomplice. They had 2 or 3 bags of amphetamines and drugs, guns on them. I had them in my car, and I had about 7, 8 cop cars surround me, guns drawn, and they wanted this one guy. So it's an identical story, except for the fact that this just didn't come on the heels of a murder where they dumped a body and then immediately found. They'd been looking for this murderer for quite some time, and they eventually found him in my Uber. So charming. And this was out in Norwalk, in the drug corridor here in LA. So we want to let you know, JJ says we want to, firstly, acknowledging Stefan Marciel. Thank you for all your information. You care for every one of us. I indeed do, Stefan, including you. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here, and thank you for saying that. It means a lot to me. JJ, we want to let you know that drivers are currently in demand in Dallas-Fort Worth. You'll receive a $7 bonus for every ride you give, up to 60 rides. Just complete your rides between 6:16 and 6:23. Wow. Anybody want to go over to Dallas? Throwing some big bonuses out there. Abshad Echo says, Tris, I won't be able to make it on the 8th. Change of plans. Sorry, I'm so bummed. Dennis Torres, July 1st in Cali, Uber Lyft must comply with AB5. Good. What happens if they don't? Do they get shut down? I'd like to know that. What happens if they don't comply on July the 1st, if they don't comply with AB5? Interesting. July 8th, just around the corner, guys. Lunch, drinks on me. I'll be cruising through Vegas. Want to see all my rideshare family. Excited to see you guys. It's Moose says my neighbor had to go back driving for Uber Lyft because after applying for and approved for PUA, still hasn't received first PUA check-in after 7 weeks. Driving again will probably void his. No, it won't. It's not going to void. Firstly, it's not going to void his PUA. He's not declaring that right away that he's starting to drive. He needs to basically collect first. That's my, that would be my suggestion. Collect the money. Keep on driving because he needs the money, but wait for the PUA. Sonny Rivera, has anyone else basically stopped getting Eats orders even with deliveries on? I wish I could give you feedback, Sonny. Maybe somebody else can. I was also looking forward to meet Thor and Scott Tucker. That's cool. No one drives in Dallas. No one's driving in Dallas? Are they desperate for drivers? Sounds like it, right? So I'm going to make a little bit of a prediction here. All this assistance, PUA, unemployment, etc., runs out end of July. My guess is for the next 5 to 6 weeks, people are going to collect. People are going to collect until that check doesn't arrive or until that money is not deposited in your account any longer, right? Because you had a good month, a good run of a few months that might have seen you through. And my guess is as of August the 1st, there will be a big uptick, meaning drivers will go back out there. Why? Because the money is no longer coming their way, right? So I see a lot of drivers return on around first week of August. And up to then, the 20 to 30% of drivers that are out there are going to make really, really, really good money. but ... putting their safety, putting their lives at risk. Iceman is driving in Phoenix. You know what I'm talking about, buddy. And I'm sure it's pretty busy for you, right, Iceman? Pretty busy in Phoenix for you? And there's also talk about extending the UI and PUA. I'm all for that. I've also heard the opposite, that they want to shorten it and pay out less. So we never know. Do you think it will be safe? Put it this way. My clients, I know them. I'm doing private trips only. And I have strict requirements for them to get in the car. They have to wear masks, have to have the windows open, and I make sure that I lay the foundation, means I disinfect, sanitize, blah, blah, blah. I also have spare masks on board in case someone forgot the other day. I got $100 tip for that, by the way, from the Deputy Attorney General that's under Becerra. Javier Becerra, who works with him, gave me $100 tip because I gave him an in the box, in the packet sports mask, N95, because he had to go to a meeting and he didn't have it. So I said, here it is. He needed one. He said, oh my God, I got to go all the way back. I said, don't worry. I have in my cubby, in my little compartment thingy, I have brand new ones. Here's one for you. $100 tip. Scott Tucker says, yes, there is a chance of extension, but only 350 PUA, not 600. Yeah. I bet, Iceman, I bet Scottsdale is on fire. Scottsdale must be surging. And I hope you're making good money, Iceman. And I also hope you're staying safe. And I also hope you have the hand sanitizer and everything on board. I have 3 hand sanitizer bottles on board, 2 for the back, 1 in the front. It's Smooth says President will have to extend some sort of PUA so that the COVID numbers do not go up and so that he gets re-elected. It's an election year. Well, he's pretty much screwing it up for himself as far as the election goes. He really is. Didn't have much of a turnout, 6,200 people in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Announced to the crowd that he was slowing down the testing. It's not what people want to hear. But I wish him good luck. I don't think he's going to go very far. In my eyes, I think it's going to be a one-termer, but other people might disagree. The lawsuit was filed today to start paying unemployment in Nevada. Yes, I heard that. Great. You have a mask like this. Yeah, I have a few different ones. I have a sports mask, whole, and I mean, I keep all the stuff on board, right? If these people want these, they could make party balloons, right? Party balloons. Party balloons. You're going to make $200,000 worth of party balloons for Uber, right? Dara, you suck. Dara. Here we go, Dara. This one's for you, Dara. This one's for you, Dara. Swivel, baby. John Zimmer, no peace sign for you. John Zimmer, you get one of these. A little bit of humor there. JJ, send the stimulus checks. Send them on over. Yeah, listen, Duke Nguyen is completely right. Duke, I'm going to do this one for you. So Duke says, give the sign to Lyft for changing rates. Okay, cool. So I've got to go through this whole process again. All right, Duke, I'm doing this one for you. So Lyft, Apparently, not apparently, you changed the rates. You changed the rates. So Lyft, we have a present for you. It's not easy. There we go, Lyft. Take that. For changing rates, for screwing drivers. Uber, deflate. All right, you happy, Duke? Oh, glory. Scott Tucker hits me with the cheesecake and the wine. Oh, now I'm hungry again. I don't know what it is about cheesecake. It's like a trigger mechanism. Okay. You guys are killing me. Every Monday, Scott comes out and says, where's the cheesecake? Where's the wine? A red, red one. You make me feel so fine. You keep me rocking most of the time. Red, red wine. So today was funny. This morning, I'm on the internet. I see Dark Road Run doing a live feed. I don't know if you guys saw it. You guys got to go back and watch it. He was playing Italian opera music, Italian classics. I was enjoying the music, phenomenal music. I love opera and I love Italian classic music. You know, Andrea Bocelli, the Three Tenors, Placido Domingo, you know those guys, right? So he's playing that music, and we're having a lot of fun, and he calls the 1-800 Uber number, English, nothing. Nobody answers. No one. They must be cutting back so much stuff. Rang and rang and rang, nothing. And he goes, okay, let's try the Spanish number. So he dials 2 for Spanish. And then there's like a Spanish announcement and then the music, waiting forever and ever. And then a guy comes on, Uber Spanish. Very like great voice. Hola, and then Talk Road Run. It was so funny. You guys got to go and watch this moment. He goes, "Oh my God, it's this dude." He goes, "Hola, hola," and he goes. So he gets his translator out on his phone. So then this guy says something, and he goes, "1 moment, please," and then he writes something in English, and he goes, and he speaks it out, right? And then the guy replies to him in Spanish, and then he goes, "Un momento, por favor." And he's typing out what he wants to say, and then he says it, and then the guy answers, and eventually it gets like so complicated. The guy is talking so fast that Dark Road Run says, hold on, I'm gonna have to put you on hold for a second. So he puts the guy on hold, and we were laughing. It was so funny. It was so well done. Love the guy, love his channel, and thanks for the great laugh, DRR. It's Moose says, I guess SoftBank, which was one of the largest shareholders of Uber, isn't doing well with its investments. No, they have the son of the president of SoftBank really made some horrible investments into WeWork, Uber, or basically all the horses he chose were donkeys. And so the second fund that they wanted to launch, the second SoftBank fund, they actually stopped the pitch, the marketing of it, because the first one did so poorly. And so SoftBank's one of the companies, one of the investors that's hurting dearly because of Uber, right? So again, Flo, happy Father's Day, all the fathers. Happy Father's Day. Grace and Asaya, his kids, gave them a shout out. They just started their own little channel called The Buildable Show. I'm going to leave the link underneath. Please subscribe to these awesome little kids. Here they are. It's characters, these two. They got this little channel going called The Buildable Show. And they have great voices. They sing like amazing. So I gave them the shout out as promised. Not going to do another live feed there on the other channel. But making great progress with my cars. Sold a few cars as well. Been a good month. Tris, is the spike not expected after all the protests? Yeah, and that's basically what happened, right? So people going out to the beach, people going back into the restaurants, majority of the people saying, well, we don't have to wear masks. A lot of people were not practicing social distancing, especially at the protests. I'm all for the protests, but the problem is if you have protests, you have thousands and thousands of people on top of each other, right in the middle of a pandemic. Not a good scenario. Am I for the protests all day long? Absolutely. And exactly, Scott Brown says they are saying that more young people are starting to get it now. The 20 to 30 age group are getting it. And, a lot of people just not taking this serious. And it starts with this, right? Look, I've spoken to a few people and said, it's a waste of time, a mask. No, it's not. It's worn worldwide, and it's shown the results, right? Texas just shut down 12 bars in Austin, Dallas, Houston, and El Paso for COVID-19 violations. Thanks for that feedback, Rick. So I guess you're not going to be any Uber and Lyft pickups or drop-offs at those 12 bars. Florida went through the roof. Obviously, all the people boomed down on the beach, all on top of each other. And hey, I'm telling you, we're in for a long, 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 long ride. I'm sort of right now rethinking, and I'm saying to myself, I wouldn't be surprised if there will be several stimulus checks over the next few months, because this is going to get rampant, especially once we start going into colder weather. Scott Brown says it will really start to pick up again in the fall when there is less sunlight and immune systems are not as strong. Exactly, that's what I just said. But I think you said it in a far better way, in a far more eloquent way. Thank you. Jimmy Abstract Echo says, I'm curious to know what is responsible for more deaths, COVID-19 or testifying against Hillary Clinton. I'm not sure. South Korea is in their second wave of COVID. I think it takes about 2 weeks from the time of mass gatherings to the time they start getting COVID-19. I think they call it incubation period. That is correct. Incubation period. It's the Father's Day mug I got. Got some funny little saying. I had breakfast in bed. I got spoiled yesterday, folks, and then we went surfing up in Ventura at Mondo's. Had a great day of surfing. Share with you a nice family pic. It's a family affair. It's a family affair. I mean, look how many kiddos I have. 5. 3 from my fiance, soon wife, and then the guys to the left and right are my boys, Dylan and Ryan. I also did a lot of drone footage today. I filmed in various locations, got a lot of drone footage, which I have to work on tomorrow. Did a lot of marketing for the for our mechanic shop in Long Beach. That's picked up nicely, getting very, very busy. Mark Rowden says, LOL, Torsten didn't get it. Jimmy did. Let's see. I didn't get it. Oh, okay, I get it now. Yeah, I get it now. Oh, I got it. Never gonna get it, never gonna get it, never gonna get it, never gonna get it. Yeah, I did. I think that got past a lot of folks. Yes, it did. It took a while. Sorry, I am so tired, dude. Dave Carter's in the house. Liverpool! Liverpool! How wonderful. Everyone, let's give a huge shout out to Dave Carter. Good morning from Liverpool. Just waking up. You must be up late. Not too bad. I think, what is it? Almost 11 o'clock, but I've been up early, so it's been a long day for me. And I've been in this crouched position inside a car, working all day long, 6 hours inside of a car, no seats, just working on the interior. But welcome, buddy. Hope everything is good. How things looking in Liverpool as far as the COVID-19? Can you give us a little bit of an update there, please, Dave, so we can get a little bit of a comparison? And how is rideshare doing in Liverpool? Trish says, seeing how Jimmy canceled on me for Vegas trip, any suggestions for what I can do with my 27-year-old son for my birthday on the 7th? Drinking related. Sounds fun. It sounds like a fun party, man. There was a joke grenade. I threw it out and waited 8 seconds. Boom, boom! California, California. We gotta inject humor, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see, do I have any other? California, California. This is how I was doing the seats inside my Bel Air. It's a lot of work, a lot of money, man. A lot of work, a lot of money. Little cat is so cute. Let's see, where's this? 2000, sold 2010. Does anyone, this is one car I don't know much about, but I can get it for dirt cheap. What do you guys know or think of this? Infinity Q, is it 35? It's like a sport. Spell tonight. Like a cross between a car and an SUV. Anybody know anything about that car? Say no. No. AB5 kicks in. Do we get retro pay? I don't think so, dude. I don't think we're getting any. Not Infinity. You say no. Stay away from Infinity. Doesn't Infinity belong to? Which family does that belong to? Is that Toyota or Nissan? Nissan. I think I'm going to stay away from that. I'm going to pass. Yeah, I think I'll pass on that one. San Diego Rideshare Pro. Let me go back. Sorry, I just saw you. Here I am yapping away. I would really like to know more information about how this AB5 bill will be effective beginning July. You know what? I don't know how they're going to enforce that, Thomas. It's going to be tough. Will Uber get an extension? Look, here's my take on this, right? You must have had some good weeks, Thomas, since you've got out there. San Diego has been surging like crazy all weekend long. Good, just make the money, put money aside, for your payments there on the Escalade. Those payments are not cheap. I know that. No, I don't think there are any hubs open. So the way I see it, let's say there's a showdown. There has to be a showdown. California has to set a deadline. So let's say that, because obviously those guys are not abiding by the rules. So if they say July the 1st, and when you say July the 1st, if you don't comply, let's say you lose your license. Has to be a consequence, right? Has to be a consequence. Just like they did in London. Oh, really? Okay, you want to do it your way? Guess what? If you don't comply, you're out. And they were out, and then they had to appeal. So what they need to do in California is literally force Uber and Lyft on the 1st of July to say, listen, you're either not going to drive or we're going to work out something. When I say work out something, I'm talking about a hybrid, meeting in the middle. Better pay, better conditions, et cetera, right? But it will definitely be a showdown. And Uber and Lyft cannot take that lightly. If the state says July the 1st is D-Day, if you still keep on going and ignoring this on July the 2nd, we shut you down. And they have the power to do that. They can revoke their licenses. Dude, I'm happy for you and Paul. 800 plus money-making weekends. Beautiful. Very, very, very good. I mean, you and Paul know that city inside out, you know. And if people want to learn the inside outs about San Diego in that category, SUV or XL, you go and speak to Thomas, San Diego Rideshare Pro, or Paul. I know for a fact, just the feedback that I got from them and how they operate and how they know the San Diego formula. They got it down, right? Just like another guy just said, hey, Scottsdale is busy. You know, the guys are out there, whether you're in Dallas, San Diego, you're making money right now. But mark my words, the moment this PUA and that it runs out, first week of August, a lot of drivers are going to dive back in. Mark Rowden says Las Vegas hasn't had a surge since 3.5. How is it possible when there's a 20-30 wait for passengers? Uber is doing something sketchy here. Yeah, I mean, Vegas should follow in the same flight pattern. All of these cities are reporting super high surges. Lyft is throwing out super high incentives. Why doesn't that apply for Vegas? And there's a you're right, there's a long wait. 20-30 minute wait. I've read that from several sources, several outlets. People are waiting 20 to 30 minutes. You know, some people waited for an hour and a half in Vegas before a driver. Surely it is in their best interest to get a driver there as quickly as possible and pay them a surge. You know, the passengers got to know, hey, there are not many drivers out there. It's dangerous time. You got to pay more, right? And where is this hazard pay? You know, where is this danger pay? Especially now that the COVID numbers are spiking, going up big time. Thomas says agreed. Thousands of Indian and Chinese troops have faced each other. That's up in, what region are they fighting? I think, what area was that they're fighting in? Himalayas, thank you. Seattle is mandating hazard pay for gig workers. You've got to more than mandate it. You've got to make it a condition. These cities got to come down on Uber and Lyft. Say, really? These guys are out there driving the clients around and you're not taking care of them? It's a condition that you pay a hazard pay. Just like they did in Tokyo, Japan. It's a condition to pay hazard pay. Just like when I went into the army and if I had to go into any dangerous, like war region, there was danger pay, right? You want to go in there for free, you know. It's not Mickey Mouse Times, not Disneyland. It's the real shit. You got to pay people. You got to pay hazard pay. You got to pay danger pay. What part of that doesn't Lyft and Uber understand? Right? Don't they get it? Trish says, I have 2 private rides this week. That's the only thing I'll drive for. Yeah, I like my private clients because I don't know what it is about my private clients. A lot of them obviously are seeing them for the first time after 2 months, but the tips have been through the roof. $100 for the trip, short trip, $100 tip, right? Do they feel like, wow, he's still here, he's still driving us, he's here for us, let's reward him. Disneyland is one of the dangerous places, I know, because too many rascals running around. It's Moose says, I don't think the state of California will meet in the middle for past sins of AB5. Going forward, I think there will be some negotiations, especially when the unions get involved. True statement. So we got to tie down the Vegas peeps. We need a location. Disneyland, no, we're not going to meet at Disneyland. Disneyland's in Anaheim. I was there yesterday. I've been down like past Disneyland 3 days in a row. It's actually quite a good one, M Resort. Do they have an outdoor area? I'm not going to do anything indoors. I mean, I will, but 39.20 tip. Good for you, buddy. Why did Disneyland or Disney World disappoint you, IQ boy? You're making it very evident that you don't like Disneyland. What did they do? If I haven't wished all the fathers happy Father's Day for yesterday, happy Father's Day, all dads out there. Hopefully your kids spoilt you. I had a great day with all my kids, all 5 of them. Yeah, I mean, I'm not a doctor, but I have a very, very good friend, Dr. Bronik Broschek, who is working with 5 organizations worldwide. By the way, they have the most advanced testing system in the world. And he just said, Torsten, take it serious. You know, don't mess around. People that are overweight, people that are aged, people that are compromised, don't want to mess around, right? And it'll do a lot of damage. It'll do a lot of damage. It's very, very well documented what this does to you. We're still waiting for a vaccine. We're waiting for an antidote. We're waiting for better news. But right now, the news is not hot. It's gone up a lot. Yeah, your lungs just shut down, just contract. That's why the ventilators kick in, right? So pump oxygen into your lungs. In Portugal, I read a report in the medical journal that they pump cortisone steroid to relax the lung. And then what else are they doing? Apparently showing great results. Hot liquids are also very, very important. The United States economy will be worse than the Great Depression, economists say. Could be. Tris says, I read Today, the damage it leaves on lungs is irreversible. Showed x-rays and lungs are left black. Not good. Mario Garcia. Hola, amigo de Uberista Tijuana. Muy bien, muchas gracias, señor. Good to have you here, my friend. Hope you and the family are doing well in Tijuana. Mario Garcia in the house. Cool. All right, fogies, we're on 55 minutes. I'm going to go another 4 minutes and 40 seconds. If you can, if you haven't pumped up the like, let's get it up. I'm going to scramble those last 4 minutes. Interesting, this showdown, AB5, July the 1st, is just around the corner. We're talking what? Less than 10 days. It's Moose says, when the state of California wins their lawsuit with Uber and Lyft, the SEIU and other unions will want the drivers to sign up under their respective unions. Well, those unions are dying unions. They need an injection of rideshare drivers. They need those people to sign up because unions survive on dues. Tris says there was also a study done that over 90% of PPL or people that died from virus were vitamin D deficient. Oh, thank God I pump. You know, I'm telling you right now, you can take 10 to 20,000 IU, right? Vitamin D per day. You know how much they give an AIDS patient? 50,000 IU. You know what the FDA, the Food and Drug Administration, thank you, Thomas. You're too kind, buddy. I'm happy for you, dude, that you're having big days and that you're thoroughly enjoying your car. Sounds like you're thoroughly enjoying that Escalade. That's good news. I'm just going to get those private, more and more private clients, right? More and more private clients. The more private clients, the more 100% you put in your pocket, 100% in your pocket, 100% in your pocket, 100% in your pocket. That is a beautiful thing. It is painful to hand over that 50% to Uber, to hand over that 50% to Lyft. You know that you've worked for this money, and then you half of that money you're handing over to them, right? So private clients are beautiful. Ask Thomas, ask Tris. Beautiful, 100% in your pockets. Thank you, Jimmy. I appreciate that. Mark Rowden says, Jimmy and Scott, have a great week. Hammer, hammer, hammer time. Can't wait to see you, buddy. Have a good one. We're on the 57 and a half, 2.5 minutes to go. What do you think about converting a semi-truck into rideshare? Too much of a gas guzzler, depending on what semi-truck it is. Will they allow it? A lot of those trucks just don't make economic sense, right? I mean, a diesel truck will go on and on and on and on and on forever. Or you can run countless miles on that. Scott Brown says, make sure you take zinc, magnesium, and vitamin D3, 3 super important ones. Just, I do that. I use the wellness formula, covers all of that. It's Moose says, I agree in many ways, unions weak and old school. Tris says, all the unions I know are for studio work was the way to go. Your dues go toward protecting you and going to the table to get the benefits you want fought for. Semi-truck limo. Which one are we talking about? Which semi-truck? Can you throw out a name? Can you throw out a name? You want to convert it into a long limousine? I'm just curious. Are there any out there? Have you seen one? Which one are we talking? I like a little green man, Thomas. Bow, bow, bow. 18-wheeler. Jeez, like. That's interesting. I haven't thought of that. Sherelle, how are you? Yeah, I didn't want to miss our house Monday, so we did it very, very late. Apologies. But I'm glad there's been no trolls tonight. I remember 1 week ago, I had to kick 4 trolls out. So very happy to see that. Unless they're chicken shit and they're hiding in the dark, they're hiding in the background there. But so far, the trolls have been good. No need to flush anyone tonight. Of course, we did a little ritual for Dara, for John Zimmer, and for Lyft tonight. Had to inject a little bit of humor, right? Got to keep it funny. All right, my friends, I'm on the hour mark. I am so tired. Shower, bed. Got to get up early. Be down in Long Beach tomorrow. Oh, yeah. Sherelle, his stream was funny. Dark Road Run. It was great, man. I thoroughly enjoyed his stream today. Had a good laugh. I just love that guy's creativity. And I can't wait to meet up with him up in North Cali. JJ says, Governor says closing down Texas again will always be the last option as coronavirus cases surge. Crazy times. Please stay safe, everyone, right? Do whatever it takes, the masks, the sanitizers, the gloves, whatever you need to do to stay safe, right? If you're collecting money, keep on collecting, ride out the storm. Eventually, those monies will run out and we will return. I've sort of predicted August. It's Moose says, I heard Uber had approximately 300,000 drivers in California and approximately 1 million in the United States. A lot is at stake for the unions. I do believe they have way more than 1 million drivers. I mean, it's a few million worldwide. I think the majority are in the United States. All right, you got the end of the feed. Guys, thank you for sticking in with us. 10 to 11. I'm going to open the parachute and leave the plane right now. I'm seeing stars and I haven't even eaten yet. So I wish you a wonderful Tuesday. Hope you had a great start on the Monday. I hope all the fathers out there had an epic Sunday with their kids. And boom, going back to my room. Good night, you all. Good night, all. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you. Pinot Pride for Life goes, bro, last minute, just walked in. Pinot Pride for Life, 1981. Cheesecake and wine. Oh my God, you're killing me, dude. Killing me. Now I've got to go to bed thinking about cheesecake and wine. Killing me. 4 million worldwide, says Moose. So yeah, 4 million sounds pretty much right. 4 million drivers. 4 million drivers. It's a lot. Thank you all. Good night, Jeff. Good night, Tris. Good night, Scott. Good night, Jay. Good night, Rick. Good night, Mark. Good night, It's Moose. Good night, Sherelle. And all of the other names. Oreo cheesecake, says Mark. Right? You're killing me, dude. Why are you doing this to me? Oreo cheesecake. Why? Good night, everyone. Thank you, and thank you again. Rest well, sleep well. Sweet dreams, y'all.